Hi, Guido Fox here. Welcome bij een nieuw book report. Today I want to discuss with you the book Osho, Love Letters to Life. 150 life transforming letters by Osho. Osho, my spiritual leader in life, he was writing some letters to his clients, and the best 150 letters to his clients he sum up in this little book, nearly 150 pages, but I think full of useful quality information about life coaching, about spiritual life coaching. So I want to share to you the core, and I think it's very useful to say that on a certain point in your life you have to search for a leader, for a coach who can support you in life. And Osho is my coach, and he wrote so many books and very intellectual guy. He passed away in 1980. And I think everyone has to have a coach or a leader in your life. Even when you're a life coach yourself, yeah, you have to be someone in your life who can support you and where you can get your knowledge from and your wisdom from. So that's the first thing. Everybody a life coach, everyone a reflector and sparring partner in your life or in your business, or your dating life or your relationship life. It's very important, right? Relationships. A lot of people are having relationship, but they don't reflect a relationship from a third person. So you can always improve yourself. You can always improve your social dynamics in work or relationship skills, and that's what I see in society is that people, they don't know, I don't need a coach, but I think 90% of the people can be coached, and it's useful to be coached because you can improve yourself. I mean, if you're a 7, you can become a 9 in some skill sets. So Osho is my teacher, and I read this wonderful, lovable book, Love Letters to Life. Page 49 is an interesting topic he mentioned there in the book, and I have to read that sentence to you. And that sentence is: the entire busyness of the world is an escape, a futile effort to fill the emptiness. Very important sentence. The entire busyness of the world is an escape, a futile effort to fill the emptiness. I say it 2 times. Why I say it 2 times? Because it is a very interesting quote sentence. What happened is that from your youth to now, to your entire life, you were conditioned with worldly problems. So you watched, when you were young, you watched TV programs, series, movies, and don't forget the news, the TV channels, and all that information is coming in your mind. So you're conditioned by media, by also papers, right? Newspapers, series, youth series, Zorro, Star Wars. You can mention all things, but it was all coming in your mind, in your conditions. So not only violence were coming in your mind. So violence, conditioning, what is not good because people are going more into violence or using violence with weapons and knives if they are they're confronted with a lot of movies with violence, right? So, well, that's another subject. The subject here is that your mind is conditioned with worldly problems. James Bond movies. Oh, the world is in danger, and James Bond is is making the world a better place, is saving the world from external danger because someone is going to use a nuclear weapon. It's maybe the same as nowadays, right? There's a danger that someone or countries are using nuclear weapons and there's no humanity anymore. What I want to say is that your mind is conditioned with external problems, with drama. Oh, then there's a war somewhere. Oh, the children in Africa are hungry. We have to save them. I mean, I heard that so many times in my lower school. It is really conditioned, and there's some helper syndrome. It's okay to give some money. It's okay to give some food away to people in Africa. It's okay, but if you heard that every month and there's a song also we had to sing in the lower school that people are so poor and we have to support them, then you get some helper syndrome, right? And a toxic helper syndrome is actually not helping for yourself. It's not bringing self-love. And if it's not bringing self-love, you cannot share it to the world. So first self-love, then external love. So all the toxic helpers drama conditions where you're putting in your mind with all those series, violence, news, and worldly problems, is going away from yourself, is going away from your own identity, is going away from your own self-development. And Jesus was saying first self-love and then love for your neighbors. And that's a really, really interesting factor. Also, Osho is saying that, also Buddha is saying that, so the most wise meditative persons are saying the same. It's first you love yourself, otherwise your giving will be dangerous. Your giving will be giving from an emptiness. And that is what he was saying here in this quote. The entire busyness of the world is an escape from your emptiness. So think about that. Think about that all you're conditioned, where the neurotic society is coming from. All your drama conditioned, all the worldly problems who were pushing on you is an escape, is an escapism to be more aware, is an escapism to more fully bloom in yourself. To be more consciousness, to be more fulfilled, to let the flower growing in yourself. So first self-love, first compassion, and from that healthy mind, no toxic mind, no manipulative mind, you can share. And you can share from fullness, from fulfillment. You can share more, much more you can share if you are fully loaded than if you give from emptiness. So the world becomes a better place. A much more better place is if we are diving more in meditation. If we are becoming more full of ecstatic, loaded energy, we can share much and much more than before. Otherwise, helper syndromes is kicking in. Otherwise, you give from unfulfillment. Then the other one becomes a need. You're in a relationship because you need the sex. Because you're empty. The sex has to be a bonus. The touching has to be a bonus. From an abundance situation, it's not a need anymore. So many relationships are codependent relationships, are not relationships from fullness. They need each other. They need each other for sexual desires. They need each other for the outside world to see how wonderful they are. So first, self-love. Otherwise, everything what you're doing is an escape from emptiness. Even workaholicness. And I talked with you about that workaholic society in the last video. So your workaholism is also an escape from your emptiness, overtraining, over partying, over socializing, over drinking. Balance is here the key factor. So be aware, if I can summarize this topic, that your mind is affected and implemented by society, and society gave all drama to you. I mean, the news is full of wars and conflicts and craziness and that for, I mean, how old you are, you're watching now 30, 40, so you have 40 years of conditioned of dramatic events, and we go from drama to drama. So you are addicted to drama on a certain moment, right? So it's not only an escapism from your emptiness, but it's also an addiction to drama. And if the world is giving you drama constantly through television and newspapers, what does that say about your relationship? Your love relationship, your so-called love relationship will be also drama. So I kicked that television out of my house. Very careful what I read, because it's coming in my mind, and my mind has to be clean and fresh and clear. And with the support of meditation, it will be much more clearer and more happy and more fresh, and kind of new clarity is arising without the implemented drama conditions where we humanity is in. Page 67. I will read it to you if you like it or not. Society is only a combination of people. So you have society, and the society is the sum of collective minds. That's important to understand. That is why, in the end, fundamentally, Society is only a reflection of people's minds. If the individual mind is restless, society cannot be peaceful. So that's what you see nowadays, that the world is in rumor, is in madness, right? We had Corona madness, war madness, senseless. And that's because it's an output of the collective mind. It's an output because we are not stable, peaceful, grounded, meditative. So because we are not grounded, we are not stable, the world is unstable. So the worldly activities is a reflection of the sum of minds. So we have to be more mirroring there and look in ourselves, because all the troubles and drama is coming from ourselves. It's a collectiveness and collective idea. Only when the individual mind changes will society be peaceful. There is no other alternative, neither there is any shortcut. It costs a long journey and time before the flower is grounded and before the inner flower is attained, the ecstatic chakras in your body. It is a long journey, it's no shortcut here. People are always thinking that there are shortcuts to a happy life or to changes. Of course, there are some changes possible in your life, but groundedness, happiness is something more difficult to reach. And if you can ground, and if you can be more grounded happiness, then it is long-term happiness, and that is where you have to strive to. Long-term happiness, long-term journey, long-term goals, stable and grounded goals. Meditation is a technique for the individual transformation. Only when more and more people are moving into meditation can something happen. So if our collective minds, the sum of minds, will be shared together and bond, then the drama will be finished, right? The drama about war of some stupid lands or diseases were not really so really dangerous. We shooting in the stress there so easily. So if we're becoming more reflective and more meditative and grounded, then we are not so easily bringing in panic by media or society. So we are more stable and grounded. We going our own way, right? That's important, that we go in our own way, that you're following your own path in life, that you're not become shaky because of external institutions or external media or external politicians who are crying or make you more fearful. So you become unshakable. I know that Tony Robbins were also wrote in a book about unshakable book. So you become more unshakable, and the world become also more unshakable. The world become more stable in the psyche, in the mind, if we becoming more relaxed and calm and connected with our inner world. Institutions are born and they go away. It's not a time anymore for institutions. Institutions, big organizations, moving up, moving down. I think the society is moving more to individuals, and there's a great tension between individual growth, and if you can grow in that big organizations and governmental institutions, that become an interesting question for the future. But what Osho here was writing, what he wrote, is that institutions are become more dead. And that's also what I see if I walk in a big office and I see dead people over there. Dead atmosphere. There's no flowering, there's no fun. It's stiff, conform, and that's not a good energy. So I see more in the future, if we raise our consciousness, I see more value in small enterprises, innovative creativity, and people want to become more free. They want to start for themselves. It's a dream of every guy or girl or women or man to start for themselves and be more free in their time and free with their finance situations. So I think in the future more and more people are choosing for insecurity and more active and intense life instead of a life of so-called financial stability and the work office 9 to 5 mentality. It will be more flexible, and that is also related to spiritual growth, because only in freedom you can step out of society and be more reflective of your own life. So also going into freedom is a kind of spiritual growth mechanisms, because flowers cannot grow with a wall, right, on the top. Flowers can grow only in space. Only in space flowers can grow. So that's what you see in the future, that there are more space for small enterprises or individual businesses. That's related also with spiritual growth, I think. So this is the topics I want to mention this time. This beautiful love letters to life, the 150 transforming letters by Osho. It's about how your mind is reflected by society and how you can step out, and that society is the sum of all our minds together. And the most important lesson I think in this video is that your mind is infected and dramatized by newspapers, by media, by school systems, by friends, by family who put drama in your system, and that you become addicted to drama and you bring the drama with you in your mind, the chattering mind constantly, and also to bring your drama into relationships. So we are in a drama world, and I hope you can step out and become more peaceful and relax and feel the ecstaticness in your body, and to step out of this drama world. Thank you for watching, and see you by the next video. Hi.